And there's a lot of different types of tags.
Correct.
How many different types of tags have you worked with? Let's narrow it down to here.
We work with simple identification tags, otherwise known as spaghetti tags, that are literally a piece of plastic with a barcode on it, and it's got you tag the animal, and to get an idea of its movement, either you have to recatch it or someone else recatches it and reports it to you. So you get an idea of the start and the finish point, but you don't know what's going on in between. Mm-hmm. There's another type of tag, which is an acoustic tag, which it sends out a pulse, an acoustic signal. So it pings. And what you need to do is put down hydrophones in the water that detect when the animal moves past, these hydrophones. So it's listening for the animal. You already have to get an idea of where the animal is or the area it uses, and then you're trying to get an idea of how they use that area in high resolution. And so you set up a bunch of hydrophones and look to see how the animal, when they're there or not there. So the type of data it gives you is really mostly presence absence data.
And we can break that into multiple categories, right? You've got internal acoustic and external acoustic.
Correct. So
and into those even branch out even further?
Not really. I mean, to my knowledge, you have internal, right, and external types of tags. But what you can do is either have the hydrophones in the water, or you can manually track them. So, for example, you can have a handheld hydrophone and go on a boat and kind of follow that shark in real time.
And the other ones are placed on shore, anchored to the bottom, floating?
Generally either anchored to the bottom or floating. And there are these mounted kind of hydrophones within the water somewhere that are passively detecting sharks when they swim by.
Now, obviously there's good reasons for both. Why would you choose to manually follow the shark in one scenario versus be satisfied with the placed hydrophones?
Okay, that's a really good question. And it depends on what your objective of the study is. So something like manually tracking is great to get really high resolution information. So you're literally, if you can imagine a fish swimming around, you follow it around and you can literally see where it's going wherever it is. And this is particularly good if you have no idea where the animal is going to go. You have no prior knowledge of their habitat use. And it gives you very high resolution because you're literally following the fish around as it moves. The drawbacks of that is that you have to follow the fish wherever it moves. And so, generally, how many days can you spend at sea following a fish before, you run out of water or food, or get tired, or lose the fish?
What is the longest time you've followed one?
I've never done manual tracking myself. But many people, their goal is to get about 48 hours, but they can do that also in multiple trips. So they might, do 12 hours now and then try to find the animal again another day and do 12 hours. But a lot of people try to get 48 hours of time.
Is that something you send the interns to do, or?
No, I haven't done manually tracking, but that would definitely be an intern project.
All right.